In fact, as we know, Cronulla have only won 5 times here all time. 5 from 40. They play for the Steve Rogers Memorial Trophy. We honour one of the game's greats, and we talk about speed. I mean, Steve Rogers had plenty of it. What about our 2 fullbacks here? Lockie Miller for the Sharks.
Yeah, Lockie Miller's a very exciting player. Of course, you know, we know about him as a sevens rugby player. He played fullback against the Gold Coast Titans mid-season, and I thought he was terrific for them. He's got great footwork, great speed, so looking forward to him at the back, as I am this man. Tolu Kola, we've seen him play in the centres and on the wing. He's a speed machine, but he gets a crack at fullback where he played his rugby days, and also the junior reps coming through Manly played at fullback. So it's not foreign to him, and his speed could trouble the Sharks' defence tonight.
It's certainly a reason to keep your eyes on the screens on Fox League on this Saturday evening. That's a terrific shot. The Bob Fulton stand here at the northern end of the ground is certainly set this up as a boutique stadium. So underway, game 2, Super Saturday, off the boot of the hooker for the Sharks, Blake Brayley. Manly first use, Alloyer taking the run. They're on a losing run, Manly, sadly for them. 4 straight losses. Cronulla, on the other hand, have won 3 in a row and have won 8 of their past 9. But again, haven't won at this ground since 2008. Incredibly. Here is Tapau. As far as the 30-metre line, expected to be his last game at 4 Pines Park. And an early kick from Croker. Hasn't got the angle for a 40-20. And it'll bring Miller into the play early. You don't know his story, 28 years of age. And with the ball 20 metres out from the Sharks line.
Well, that's a good tactic. Get it out of there early, and they need to mix things up, Manly. They can't let the Sharks get into a rhythm. Kick midway through the set. A good decision, I think, from Manly. Didn't strike it how he wanted it to, but they need to keep employing those sort of tactics to really upset this Sharks side.
Jesse, tackle 3.
There we go, playing the marks, Jesse Ranian. Did he take it back any further? Probably not, but that's how we roll these days. Now for Finucane with the ball, 5 short of halfway. So much experience across this Cronulla side. As Hamlin Ueli picked his target out there, running back at Croker. And with Hines on the last tackle, it's a bomb going Smalley's way. It won't get near him. Cronulla have got it, but they've got the knock on. So Alfred Smalley in his second game is playing left wing. There's some heavy strapping on the right knee and thigh.
Yeah, I would think Alfred will get a lot of balls come his way tonight.
He made his debut. We saw him against the Roosters some weeks ago in a controversial Pride jersey game. Smalley came in as a late inclusion and scored a try. Here he is with his first run. He's a tackle buster, but his defence was tested also that night. Manly outside the 40. Not a Trebojevic to be seen on the starting side. With Ben to come off the bench a little later. Manly a little slow to his feet there. Walker, what a curious season he is having. 3rd time in the starting side, 3 different positions. Comes in at lock tonight, having played hooker and centre in other matches this year. Now Tapau with it. Graham and Moylan are there. There'll be plenty of traffic running Moylan's way. And Manly on the last tackle. A bomb from Cherry Evans from 40 metres out. They're ready for it, the Sharks. Nice take by Miller. And not able to show us that speed, although elusive. Got away and out of the 10. But it is a great show of confidence from Coach Fitzgibbon, giving Miller the fullback spot in just his 4th game in first grade.
Yeah, I just thought, you know, great example that Manly's chase will have to be very straight and in numbers too. We just saw Lockie Miller, great evasive skills and bouncing off defenders.
Hamlin Ueli stripped to the ball. Olakau'atu comes away with it. Well rehearsed by Manly. And get a full set now, 20 metres or 30 metres away from the Cronulla line. There is Walker. And forced back, another one playing his last game at Manly's home ground, off to the Warriors. With it is Tapau. They would love to be first on the board. I was looking at some stats, but I haven't won a game when trailing at half-time in 3 years, the Sharks. As Cherry Evans, Olakoatu with the ball. That is quite a damning stat for the Cronulla side. Now Croker. Back open side. Aloye there. Croker ended up slammed into the turf. And Manly with it just 4 metres away from the line. Cherry Evans, a little dab, got it to the in goal. And Mulatalo had nowhere to go. Nice play, man.
Yeah, getting a rousing reception there from the fans here at Brookie. Good set from the Seagulls. Cherry Evans ducking down the short side on the play before. Lockie Croker jumping out of dummy half, almost getting Aloye. And here's the strip, beastly stuff there from Olakoatu.
Nicely put.
Just ripped it out of Hamlin Ueli's arms. And then Cherry Evans finds the in goal with that clever kick.
So line drop out, angled out Cherry Evans' way. Aloye's made a big start to the game. Here he is.
Yeah, if you're a side coming off a hammering, really, and it was against the Gold Coast Titans, 44 points. You want to be scoring first.
Bullimore put it down there.
That's disappointing.
And no advantage Sharks, so they will get the ball.
We're playing the knock on, mate.
Well, I think his first assignment, Bullimore, was to catch the ball rather than try and do something with it. Kavalu jamming in, and looks like he copped one in the eye. Falling out the back there, Kavalu came up quick. Bullimore, that's a disappointing way to finish a set that really hadn't got started.
It's his first touch of the football and ball put down. What I say, the person operating the drone is the son of my co-commentator. Liam's in charge of the drone. Liam Alexander doing a terrific job. Proud dad beside me. And Mulatalo with the ball. Cronulla 31 metres away from their own line. They've had a recent run of scoring the opening try in matches. Here they are inside Manly's half and almost into the lap of the sideline official. Now Moylan dumping that off for Hamlin Ueli. Note taken by the Manly defence. They've got one strip off the big fella so far. Here's Moylan. Sharks getting mobile. Royce Hunt with the ball. He's on the improve, Royce Hunt. He had a couple of games last year coming back from a serious knee injury, but he's there every week now. Moylan's kick. Hines is on the row. Oh, it's hit the padding. He's still got it. A little bit of magic from the Sharks. Do you get a pick at the top of the stand for hitting the post and getting a try? Because that's what Cronulla have just done.
Yeah, the combination, the halves, Matt Moylan missing the last couple of weeks, just lobbed it over the defensive line. Tolu Kola was very flat. He was only a couple of metres behind the front line. Just have a look. He turns. He's quick, but Nico Hines had the jump on him. He stayed composed, Hines. Could have easily snatched at the ball here. Didn't. Let it play off his legs and then was able to beat Kola to the ball. Clever kick from Moylan. Didn't wait the tackle 5 and caught Tolu Kola. Hits the pads. Keeps his hands away from the ball. That's well done.
Nice work.
Well done, Nico Hines.
Love watching sides where the 6 and the 7 combine in any shape. And that sort of goes back to Kevy Walters, Alfie Langer in Brisbane days. It's just seeing the halves combine, or Stewart and Daly. Cronulla have got a really good thing working here for Hines and Moylan. And you saw it right there. This will be a 6-0 start to Cronulla through 7.5 minutes. What a popular figure he has proven for Cronulla. What an acquisition for this club. One of the buys of the season. And a great fella to boot. So 6-0 start Cronulla. Lara Pitt enjoying a Saturday night on the sideline at Four Pines Park. Good evening.
Good evening to you, gentlemen. Yes, absolutely glorious conditions here at Four Pines Park. Clear, no breeze to speak of. You've obviously mentioned the Sharks' record over Manly's been poor here, but coach Craig Fitzgibbon is far more interested in recent history. Referencing earlier this season, obviously, they absolutely tore Manly to shreds at home. 32-0 it was at half-time at Shark Park in that game. Talakai obviously was huge. He's not here tonight, but the club tells me he'll be back next week.
Yeah, I'll never forget that night, to be honest. The Talakai show, Morgan Harper wouldn't forget it. Bet you he was a relief man when he looked at the team card this week. Morgan Harper.
Yeah, no Talakai, no Will Kennedy, no Toby Rudolph for the Sharks.
Toby Rudolph won't play until the finals. Hammering the ball back. Hunt on the run. Yes, Rudolph, knee problem after the game against the Tigers last week. Kennedy with that ankle. And Sione Katoa, of course, won't be back at all this season with a pec injury. It's a couple of big outs. Now for Nukin, 15 metres inside their own half, the Sharks. He's been stung in the tackle. Now for Nukin, the Warrior gets up. Not sure whether it's a rib problem there. He's had the wind taken out of him. Now for Hamlin-Uele. They will have Tolman and Fafita coming into the game a little later. That's their front row rotation. Hines kick, Smalley's way. Looked like Alfred, he's got it. It was going down the torso, but he did the job.
Well, they might rethink that plan now. Smalley's so good under that one. Oh, Hamlin-Uele out of the line on Brad Parker. A glancing blow. A great take from Alfred Smalley.
Looks like tree trucks on him, Alfred Smalley. Socks down. Left winger for Manly. Now they're working right side. Cherry Evans offloading. Croker with it.
And the worrying sign for Manly was that it was Cronulla's first go down that end of the field. They came up with points off the back of it.
This time with Walker. Just turning it back inside. Allier, yet another run for him. His 5th of the night. Last play, DCE with a kick. Miller into the play again. And straight away wraps around for Ronaldo Militalo. He was enjoying an amazing season, and talking World Cup, you would expect him to be there for New Zealand. World Cup coverage right here on Fox League, and New Zealand all fit and healthy. They are going to have a real shot at the World Cup, and Militalo would be part of that. Nice little shot there by Walker. Cameron McInnes already up on his feet, ready to come on, 11 minutes into the game. I wonder whether that's more of a problem for Finucane. We're about to find out.
Well, you could tell the way he went into the defensive line there that there's a big issue. He almost stopped.
Yeah, he's coming off. Lara will chase that. That's not a good sign. So we told you the Sharks injury list, and now you can add Dale Finucane to it. He's so ginger down his right side as he runs from the field. Manly with the ball outside their 30. But Finucane, the Warrior, has succumbed to injury early.
Yeah, well, they're not a bad replacement. They've got another Warrior on. Cameron McInnes goes onto the field for Dale Finucane.
Smalley with the ball. In the New South Wales Cup this year, he's averaged 5 tackle busts a game, and brought that form to the table on his first game in the NRL. That's a forlorn side, isn't it? Trudging up. You would say that is Dale gone for the night. Now for Cherry Evans. Olakuatu, a threat always on that right edge. 4 tackles, now last for Manly. And Cherry Evans, again it's the bomb. They're peppering Miller early, and again he's up to the task.
Oh, he's away too.
And has beaten a few tackles already tonight. That's 3 tackle busts in his limited carry so far. Picked up there, Militalo. Watch how Dale Finucane suffered the injury on the replay box. Have a look. Solid contacts. Olakuatu. Cronulla go down a narrow channel. So much confidence out of the Shark side. Look at this. Hines on the run now. Oh, almost obstruction. McInnes ran through. Hines onto his back for his trouble. Moylan's moved a little closer to be the kicker here. Last play Sharks. Moylan's got it. Spreading for Graham to show us a bomb and chase. Wade Graham kick and chase. And Kohler is with it for Manly. Let's go down to the sideline. Lara, what's the story with Dale Finucane?
He told the trainer he felt a rib issue, so the doctor's in the sheds with him right now assessing him. I'll get more for you shortly. Okay,
so rib problem. And here is Croker offloading for Walker. That rib cartilage injury. We saw Joseph Tarpany there a few weeks ago for Canberra and missed a game, and So when you recover from quickly, you've got painkillers and all the rest. Half of the plate here for Manly. They've got themselves, another one off the mark. Well, there we go. We just started. Worry now for Tapau. Shuffling along for Allier.
A little pass there. Bullymore was in some space.
Last tackle play, Foran kicking here. On the farewell game for Kieran Foran. Back comes Miller. And here he is, he's beaten another. Gee, you've got to like what you're seeing from Lockie Miller with the number 1 on his back.
Well, the stop-start speed from Lockie Miller would make him a very hard player to defend.
There's the number 2 on his back, but you know what I mean. He's the same with Kohler. He's wearing the number 2, but he's playing at fullback. And if they didn't know too much about him, they are learning about him quickly, the Manly fans. Now Brayley for a scamper, and Hunter's with the ball. Royce Hunt, he looks fit, mobile. That's why he's in the starting side. Now for Moylan, and a retreating Manly defence. Last tackle play, Hines wants it. Hines has got it. He's kicking for Mulatalo's wing. Kohler's coming through. Tuapolonu lost it. Tackle count is restarted. And then had the ball stripped away.
First one, Manly.
So there you go, no advantage. So no dramas, Ronaldo. It ends up a double knock on, and Cronulla are about to throw some serious heat at the Manly defence.
Yeah, Tuapolonu just knocking the ball on. Mulatalo drags in the bouncing ball and then loses it, but great place for Manly, for the Sharks to start their set. Centre field, 15 metres from the try line.
How good to see competition like that for a bomb, Brandy. You're very critical sometimes of
players not knowing
competing.
where the ball is. Well, you've got to know where the ball is to compete.
So here's Cronulla looking for a second try. Lovely stepping again, Miller. This is a gold medal performance. Lockie Miller early, 7 metres from the line. They'll try and hammer their way over with Hunt, and he's got it down as well. You used the word beastly earlier on Ola Koatu. Well, Royce Hunt, in beast mode, has scored Cronulla's second try.
Vossi, you're right about Royce Hunt too, and the Sharks getting to start their set after the mistake from the bomb. Centre field, but Royce Hunt's form over the last 6 weeks has been terrific. Strong, and he's mobile. That's what's good about him. Here's the Lockie Miller footwork. Just look at that. How do you feel a big middle trying to handle the footwork of Lockie Miller? And then, speaking of middles, Royce Hunt, just mobile, over the advantage line quickly, powers into the Seagulls' defence, and Lockie Croker, who's done a great job defensively for the Seagulls in the middle this year, just outsized. Hunt too powerful, was able to shrug away from Ola Koatu, who was also in the tackle, and just controls it.
Only scored the 3rd try of his career last week when they played the Tigers. Now he's got his 4th try.
I think both front rowers scored last week.
They did. Hamlin Ueli as well. But Hunt, we often, players they have the knee reconstructions. You've got to give them some time. They're all different. They don't just necessarily come back 6 to 9 months. It can take them longer than a year. And Royce's problems began round 19, 2020 when he suffered his injury. He doesn't make his comeback to round 19 last year in the NRL and only plays a couple of games off the bench. He needed another off-season to get himself up to what he's produced this year. And there's Hines with a kick. And the Sharks are off to a flyer, 12-0. Lara on the sideline.
Fresh off extending his contract and career at the Sharks for season 2023, just the 1 year for Royce Hunt. Talked this week about he's just loving what this club is building, so there's a lot of depth and therefore players are fighting for spots at the moment. Great story during the week that he almost gave away the game altogether when he was stuck behind some pretty impressive front rowers at the Bulldogs, but rebuilt and learned to love the game at Mounties. Obviously went to the Raiders and now is certainly making his mark at the Sharks.
You can't win the comp without great middles, and we're talking about a rotation, not just a couple. Hamlin Ueli, Royce Hunt certainly making their mark. Hamlin Ueli with the ball right now, missed a big chunk of the season with that pec injury. And Toby Rudolph to come back into the side.
And really, there's another that's had international experience, has played for New Zealand. Nice offload, Hunt. And the Sharks are threatening this Manly defence all over 4 Pines Park at the moment. Although Nakora tried to pull that in and has knocked on. That has taken the momentum off, and it's up for Manly now to take their opportunity.
Well, that was great contact there from Alfred Smalley. Came off his wing, stopped Jesse Ramian, and that forced Ramian to throw a one-handed pass, which didn't go straight to him. It was a tough one for Nakora because Manly's defenders were still moving forward. So a little error there from the Sharks gives Manly a sniff.
Yes, well, a Manly side confident and at their best could fire a real shot here. Let's see what they do. Cherry Evans dumping it off there for Kohler. About for just a brief moment an offload on play one. They miss out to Powell. It comes centre field for Aloye. 19 metres away from the line. Manly fans desperate for their team to hit back. Foreign on a step and swerve. Caught by McInnes. This is Walker. Oh, he's hit over the top by Hamlin Ueli. Then rock Dylan Walker there. Becomes a dominant tackle. Croker, Cherry Evans, Olakuatu, Fend has beaten one. They're ripping at the ball. They need to make sure of the tackle. It takes 4 to stop him. Right on the goal line. Last play. Croker's kick doesn't thread the needle, but does get a result. Knock on is the call from referee Sutton.
Yeah, the kick, well, there was a lot of traffic around there. It was very hard to get through the legs of the defenders. Connor Tracy, Matt Moylan there. But the Sharks failed to clean it up. Wade Graham, just the tiniest of knock-ons. Manly with another set. And a try would be, well, it would certainly help things, wouldn't it? They've had a bit of time down this end. Just ticking over the 20-minute mark, Vossi.
Game 2 of Super Saturday, Tigers and the Roosters to come from the SCG. Croker here with Kohler. Ooh, again he had the right hand free there as Graham got him low down. Croker, set restart Manly. They were inside the 10, as so often happens. Now Croker, Walker, dummy, then back towards the posts. Is he going to pass? I don't think he knew what he was doing, to be honest. In the end, Dylan Walker, Croker, and I say that respectfully, Croker just a few metres short of the line. Cronulla's defensive efforts being put on show here early. Foreign delivering the pass for Bullymore. That time, oh, Raby, what about that hole? He's in the WWE for a moment. To Powell with it. And an offload, a risky one. Nowhere near the support and on the bounce. Graham onto it for Cronulla. What a disappointment for Manly.
Yeah, Manly need to keep coming left. They can get Jesse Ramian coming out of the line. He likes to solve problems on his own, Ramian. And they can try and square up and get Nico Hines one-on-one with one of their big men.
So after that, oh, Brayley's gone straight down the middle, and it took the opposite hooker to make the tackle. Now Miller, boy oh boy, he's got some moves, this guy. Lockie Miller, he's putting on a Saturday night show on Fox League. Now Boylan's bomb. Kohler's coming up for it. He doesn't get there in time. Play on Cronulla. Flick pass, razzle and dazzle. Hines throws it over the top. And the Manly defence had to come from everywhere to stop Tracy scoring. Boy, oh boy, this Cronulla side, they're in a bit of a mood. And almost a third try.
Yeah, they're having trouble with the kicks. Kohler just not able to get there. That was brilliant, whether it was meant or not from Mulatalo, just tipping it on. And then Nico Hines, the long pass out to Connor Tracy. And Manly had enough defenders there to save the try.
They get a penalty here. Talk about the relieving penalties. Credit where it's due. Kohler getting across to make the tackle with Harper at the finish. Here's what's happened to Morgan Harper. He's in that sitting position. And the tackle finished off by Hines. The penalty was the call.
It's on report.
All happening.
Well, it's on report.
Yes.
He's got nothing to worry about. Nico Hines.
Speed, that all happened incredibly quickly. They've just blown penalty and will play on from that point. The Seagulls find themselves down 12-0. I don't like to add up the first half scores between these two clubs this year, but it's running big time the way of the black, white and blue. Manly with back-to-back penalties now. And into the Cronulla half they go. The Sharks looking to stay with the Cowboys on the ladder after the Cowboys' big win last night. Looking to finish top two. Sipley out there for Manly, not out there long, and now he's got a problem. Sipley, it's his first carry with the ball, and he's with the trainer now. Seagulls, Walker forward, Parker, oh boy! Shirt fronted there by Ramien. Parker just his second game back from injury. Walker now. And flat pass. That's a quick recovery from Sipley. Trainer must have produced the magic sponge to get him in that condition. And Crocus tried to offload and he's lost it second time. Can you believe that? Manly 2 offloads inside Cronulla's 10, and the Sharks have got the ball back both times.
Yeah, not being able to finish that set either. They can't keep the pressure on, so a couple of errors that could have hurt the Seagulls.
Militalo back over the 30. Only setback for Cronulla so far, a rib injury to Dale Finucane. Last play here for Cronulla. It's been a working set for them, and Hines with a kick on the last. No winger back. It's Kohler had to dip low at the finish. It's safely with it. 18th game for the season in his rookie year. Tommy Kohler from Manly. I think we're going to have some good years watching him.
I was down to the ground watching Manly warm up. Kohler walked past me. He looks like a racehorse. Like seriously.
What are you on a little pork pie hat? Didn't you as a steward?
The winter coat is gone. He looked like a racehorse.
There you go. Alexander's in the parade ring pre-game.
Yes.
With the late mail. he said back Kohler. Yet to get a try. Maybe we'll see what unfolds. So DeLewis is now on for Manly. They are 35 metres away from the Cronulla line. Jerry Evans, another bomb. This time out Militalo's way. Militalo close to the sideline, but there wasn't enough pressure put on him to take him over there.
No, he got to ground quickly. Always a tricky one for wingers when they're close to the sideline. I don't know whether to make a play at it, especially if defence is close, but Manly just a little slow.
Good to see Ramien come in from right centre to take a run there. Now Brayley, one of the most efficient dummy halves of the competition. The Brayley brothers are those very talented players. Jaded at Newcastle. We will see tomorrow on the Sunday ticket when the Knights take on the Raiders. Now the last tackle play for Cronulla. Hines kicking from the short side. This time to a corner. Ikavalu's getting through. Kohler looks up, nowhere to go. The Sharks will play Manly out of a corner there, which is straight out of the textbook.
Yeah, great nudge there from Nico Hines. Got some work to do now, the Seagulls.
Tolman out there for Cronulla. Game number 314 tonight for Aidan Tolman. Across the likes of Fafita and Tolman.
Finucane back out on the bench.
Finucane. No, I told you, he's as tough as a $2 steak. Dale Finucane, he'll be back. And now Sipley 15 metres short of halfway. Where can you get a $2 steak these days? It's with Jerry Evans. I'd probably bypass it, mind you, if a pub was offering a $2 steak. Now across to Miller for Cronulla. Back he will come. Lockie Miller has 6 tackle busts already in this first half, in just his 4th game of first grade. Militalo on the run. Lara, the recovery of Dale Finucane. What have you been able to find out?
Well, they don't call him Rambo for nothing, Bossy. They've given him a needle to that rib and strapped him back up, and he'll be returning to this game in no time.
Here's Dale Finucane.
Tough as teak, isn't he? Sharks with their first medal.
there, Nico.
And Morgan Harper, who was on the receiving end of the crusher, just goes over the top of Ronaldo Mulatalo there.
So Cronulla start a set right up on halfway. The scoring has stopped for a moment. They opened with 2 tries in the first 16 minutes. And Manly have stayed in the fight since. Guinness on to Fafita. Going to 47 for Andrew Fafita. Final series will bring up the 250. Here's Moylan and Hines. They're moving. Miller into the line. Tracy with it. Can't find Ronaldo. And the tackle of Harper was a beauty. He thought he had him over the sideline, right under the nose of sideline official Goff, but no call. Harper can't believe it. He's still blowing up. He better get defending. No point carrying on with it. Now there's a set restart, Cronulla. Harper's really going to be blowing up. Fafita with it. Offload. Nakora. Nice driving tackle from Smalley. 5 from the line. Here they come. And a great tackle, Kohler low down. With Sipley. Prevented a try from McInnes. Yes. Moylan has got over. Spin and stretch out. They'll check it at the bunker.
Starting no try.
Well, he's starting no try. He was in a perfect position.
He's confident, Moylan.
He was, yeah, well, the backhander, he just awarded it. So
yes,
Jared Sutton was in a great spot to see it, though. Moylan tried.
Oh, boy.
Brilliant, yeah.
He's absolutely scored it. He's blown the whistle twice.
Not worried one iota, Matt Moylan. He was confident that he'd scored it.
Game set
when
bunker.
Watching it, yes.
That's absolutely.
Matt Moylan maintains possession. The ground's ball in near goal. We have a decision.
The easiest overturning of a decision or sent upstairs no try converted to try I think I've ever witnessed.
Yeah, and it was a quick play the ball and the great run from Cameron McInnes. He was well tackled low by Tolu Kohler, but the quick play the ball, Moylan just going to the line, just showed it on the outside enough to have the Manly defenders just hesitate for a moment. And he was able to crash his way, backed his way in. Here's the Connor Tracy tackle from Morgan Harper, which was a beauty. And well, I'm with the touchy there. I don't think he touched the line. I don't think he did. And then Moylan out the back, just throws the dummy to the outside to Aiden Tolman. And that was enough just to have them hesitate just for a split second. Crashes into DeLuey, backs himself into the try line. 4-pointer.
A couple of tries they've scored. Manly's goal line defence just not quite good enough. 16-0. It's 18-0 in a moment. Hines a try and 3 from 3. At a ground they've only won 5 times out of 40.
That's unbelievable, isn't it, when you think about that? 5 times in 40. But they lead 18-0 now. And there's the try again. Moylan, after a couple of weeks on the sidelines, back into the...
Love it. Cheeky.
Back into the side for this one.
Now, the biggest show of 2022 has arrived. House of the Dragon begins Monday on Fox Showcase, or you can watch it in 4K Ultra HD, only on Foxtel. House of the Dragon. It's a big build-up. Little segue. Dragons playing on the Sunday ticket tomorrow against the Titans. Right here on Fox. Only place you can see it, Randy. Dragons v Titans. And now the Sharks with it. 20 minutes. They've got nothing for you.
I'm leaving that one hanging.
Yes. We'll be doing Newcastle Raiders tomorrow. With his men still in with a shot at the finals. What a week it's been for the Knights. Graham to play it here for Cronulla. Rayleigh. McInnes. As Schuster gets ready to come on, they'll need a bit of Schuster magic, Manly, and he can produce that. Kohler's got a rolling ball to deal with this time. They've had a crack to 2 fullbacks, Kohler and Miller, in this first half. We thought it'd be a fairly decent showdown. I'd love to see them go head-to-head in a match race at some point, the 2 of them. Here's Smalley. Manly 15 metres short of halfway. Crowd has been taken out of the game.
That's a costly. Yeah, Croker putting his hand up.
Tackle 2.
challenge.
Manly challenging the ruling of a knock-on.
Okay, well, they're high-fiving, and Jared Sutton. The challenge was fired in. What do you think, Brady?
No,
Oh,
good.
he's done it.
He's done it.
Just looking to determine if Lachlan Croker maintains possession and the ball doesn't hit an opponent.
Well, it doesn't hit an opponent. It doesn't hit the ground.
No, we've confirmed it on replay.
He fumbled it, and it was almost a knock-on, but he grabbed it before
Beautiful.
it touched the ground.
Lachlan Croker maintains possession, and the whistle is blown.
Well, that was really well done from Lachlan Croker.
Challenge is successful.
There he is, all smiles, honest
After
man.
just giving up a try, they didn't want another set starting on the 40 for the
Alfred,
Sharks.
tackle 2. Over here, mate. Tackle 2. Alfred.
A save.
Tackle 2.
Challenge comes into play, and they'd have to play it again. Wouldn't it be funny if he knocked if he knocked on straight on the replay of the play? Manly with it, 5 metres short of halfway. Let's see what Schuster can do for the Seagulls. He's there in the number 15. He's keen to get his hand on the ball. He's the master of the no-look pass. Here he is, Schuster. There, on for 4, and nice lineup. Cronulla with it, has almost got through the front line. He beat Ramian, couldn't beat Hines. Last tackle, Cherry Evans, right foot dink over the top on the fingertips of Parker. Look out the second kick. Croker goes a long way across field to a Piloto with a double and a flick. Olakau'atu now with the ball. Oh, Christian Tuipulotu loses it at the finish. Cronulla come back with a ball. They tried plan A, B, C and got down to D and then lost it.
Yeah, they need to take risks, Manly, down this end. And a flick pass from Olakau'atu. Almost created something. Double kick. I did like the injection of Tolu Kola out wide. You can have players with great speed, but quite often they don't use it. Cola's the sort of player that will max out everything that he's got.
In the meantime, Cronulla back to the red line, the 40-metre line, their end. Hines, line up, set. Moylan, good tackle. Harper, and he tackles him a second time and gives away the set restart. Harper is an angry man at the moment, nothing going his way. The Sharks, well, there's interference in the ruck there, could have been another one. Now Fafita with it. The bump, is the offload coming? No, Cherry Evans wraps up Fafita. 30 metres from the line. Moylan and Hines, there's the halves combining again. Miller chimes in, Parker's tackle was good, needed to be. Quick play the ball, Hines. Then Ramian, skirting in front of the 10-metre line. The Sharks in position to go left or right here. The halves have moved over to the left. That's the way they come. McInnes takes one, rolls it back. Moylan to the loose ball. Fafita jumping about in front of the Manly defence. Put one fend on Curtin Lewis. Last play it is for the Sharks now. Brayley on the spin, the kick, it's caught in midair, beautiful stuff. Foran with it for Manly to save the day.
Yeah, great reflexes there from Kieran Foran. Look, if the ball didn't find Foran there, it looked like it was going dead off the boot of Moylan. It was in the air. You don't want him to travel in the air.
The Seagulls now with the job of getting away from their own 20-metre zone. Crowd would love what Manly, when they had Tom Trbojevic in that great form last year, they were the masters of the long-range try. They could pull one out from anywhere. Well, they really need that right now, I think. They need some sort of individual spark. Croker kicks from inside the 40. They found a bit of a gap between Miller and Mulatalo. And back comes Lockie Miller with the ball. So his stats first half, Miller, now 12 runs, and he's over 100 metres with those 6 tackle busts. To pick him up as a cheapie as in the Supercoach side, Lockie Miller. Cronulla on their 40. This time Hines right up to the line. halfback who likes to run. You know, he had 15 runs versus the Tigers last week.
Almost
Nico Hines.
150 metres. It just seemed like every set that the Sharks had, Nico Hines was on the go.
Fafita with an offload there back to Brayley.
Which gives him the opportunity to break tackles and also offload the ball.
This time with Moylan kicking from 30 metres out. It wasn't deep. Oh, that's been knocked forward by Manly. Cronulla end up with it. They may still get advantage here if it ends up over the sideline. It hasn't gone there. They've still got it. And Miller into the play with a double skip and offload. He'll get it back off the corner. They're saying still the last tackle. Miller's offloaded. Brayley to Hines. Hines knows it's the last. He's got it onto the grass over the defence. Harper back forward. Harper's beaten the defence. There's a bit happening there. And they get the penalty. And Harper again is blowing up.
Well, that would have been cruel for Manly if they got a result off the back of that. The Sharks pushing the ball across the field, left and right. The kick from Nico Hines, and there's the high shot from Wade Graham.
He wanted him off. Wanted him off for good. Morgan Harper. I think he's still wanting to have a crack about Tracy over the sideline. There's been 2 or 3 incidents since then. But nice saves, man. Yeah, probably. It is time. It is time. Now 4 in with it. 5 metres short of halfway. But a couple of really good saves, Manly. 4 in on the kick. Harper getting out from in goal. It may be a turning point for their half. Now a set restart. A few things go their way. Could have been looking at 24-0 down. Cherry Evans loses it. Yet another drop ball. They're going to get something out of it. It's another drop ball inside the Sharks' half. And they will get the feed.
Yeah, Wade Graham out of the line very quickly. Knew Cherry Evans was to receive the ball. And I guess it's the hands of Wade Graham that Jared Sutton's awarded the scrum to Manly.
Halftime show not too far away. 3 minutes to go. Yvonne Sampson, Cooper Cronk, Corey Parker in the studio on this Saturday night. We're only halfway through Surfers Saturday. Parker's put it down on the first. Well, there's Hasler. He may be headed to the dressing room already. He mightn't watch the last 3 minutes of the first half. It's another error inside Cronulla's half.
Yeah, he's better than that, Brad Parker. He's a good hole runner. He just thought about what was in front of him instead of catching the ball.
Yes,
only back for a couple. Only back.
Second game
recently.
Back.
Second game back.
Well,
he's had a tough season, Brad Parker.
So what? Don't have time to go chapter and verse in it. So torn ACL or PCL. He's got the injury, but they're playing on with it rather than surgery.
Partially torn.
Partially torn. Yes. Not the first to have that happen, but interesting to see how it all plays out there with a couple of matches to go after today if they don't make the finals. Tolman to play it here. And a set restart Cronulla's way. I think they're going to have a red-hot crack here. Cronulla coming up to half-time. And this set, Manly just have to find a way of defending. Cannot let it be any worse than 18-0. Kinnis and Moylan and Hines with a great ball. Ikevalu right onto his chest at pace. Nico Hines, I said it earlier. What a buy he has been for Cronulla. That is superb playmaking by the number 7 for the Sharks.
Yeah, from the moment the season got underway and Nico Hines was the number 7 for the Sharks, the ball movement from Cronulla was a standout feature of their play, and they looked to do it a little differently than most other sides. Nico Hines, by the season, there's certainly no one that's been more influential at a new club, and that's a great ball. The vision, but just the shape they held. And they've got Manly on the back foot. Look, they're backpedaling the Seagulls' defence on the edge. And he couldn't have thrown a better pass to Ikevalu. And you're right, costly error. Other side of halfway, 2.5 minutes left on the clock, and the Sharks strike again before the break. Just watch it. Vision and precision there from Nico Hines.
That's a ball. And Ikevalu did not have to bulk a centimetre. He gets it at full speed, out in front. Great play. And Ikevalu, just his 4th game for the year for Cronulla, and a 3rd try.
He's very good backup, Matt Ikevalu, for a winger. Sione Katoa gone for the rest of the season.
Well, any time you've got a player who scored 5 tries in an NRL game, you know, you've got a bit of talent to call on. Ikevalu did that, of course, at the Roosters up against the Cowboys a few years back. Hines unsuccessful with this one. A 22-0 scoreline at a ground they haven't won at since 2008 and have won only 5 times all time. This is most unfamiliar for Cronulla to be in front by such a margin. Half-time, Cronulla 22, Manly 0. Is warm and fuzzy the feeling you want when you are down at such a scoreline. We wish them well. Final home game of the season. Halfway through Super Saturday on Fox League. And Cronulla in the driver's seat here. And Fafita takes the first carry of the second half. So we're not going to know about Cronulla, whether they can come back from being behind at half-time. We told you something they haven't done in 3 years. The front runners here tonight, and big ones at that. So I will tell you the maths. The 2 matches this year between these 2 sides, a combined total of 54-0 half-time is the cumulative total of Cronulla v Manly. 32-0 it was back in round number 7. If we remember that night, Cronulla only scored the penalty goal second half, and maybe Craig Fitzgibbon might have slipped that into the half-time address. How about we go on with it this time? Hines kicking from just inside the Manly half. Oh, it's been put down by Smalley. I think he falconed himself on the wing. Out of the mitts, into the chin. A knock on Manly to start the second half.
And that was a pretty simple one, wasn't it? Compared to what he did in the first half, where he took a spectacular catch running forward. This one just had to head infield. He got himself under the ball and then just lost it. Completely lost it. And again, the Sharks will start a set in perfect position to take advantage of.
Wouldn't be surprised if they swing back his way. To Ramian out at right centre. Here they go. Hines has got Ramian there. He's with it. Early ball, Jesse Ramian. 1 bump. A second one on Parker. He is such a tough man to contain. Now Brayley, Cronulla hunting a 5th try for the Knights. And it's right in front of the Bob Fulton stand. Brayley for Hines. Line, they pick the front man out. Well done, Olakuatu in defence on McInnes. But still massive pressure on Manly here halfway through the set. A crash play close to the line for Fafita. Sat onto his bottom there. And Olakuatu, or rather simply, had a good little go at him with DeLewis in front of the posts. A little bit of width now. And Miller on to Ramian. Great tackle, Parker. Took his legs right out of him. Then for Hines in the last tackle, the shallow kick, it's gone backwards to Mulatalo. He's got a chip over the top. Harper's come up with it, and Manly, well done to hang on.
Well, they've done it a few times, haven't they, Manly? Because the Sharks have had a lot of ball inside Manly's 20 the first half. Second half starts in similar fashion. The kick from Nico Hines, we're going across field and backwards. He's got that one wrong.
Cronulla now completing at 91% tonight. Let's go down to the sideline. Lara Pitt.
Yeah, just from both sheds, Vossi, Craig Fitzgibbon obviously really happy with the Sharks opening half. Just wants to see them be ruthless in the second half. They didn't do that when they played Manly earlier in the year. Dale Finucane's still on the bench. He is available to return if they need him. Des Hazard just said they're allowing the Sharks to control the middle too easily. Got to slow their ruck down to give themselves a chance.
Now down the throw to Miller. No problems for Lockie Miller. Cronulla haven't played 130 metres out from their line. Lara saying, look, Dale's just letting the coach know, I'm ready, I'm fit, I've done 6 Ks on the bike, I'm ready to go.
Something tells me they won't risk him.
No, okay, so he'll have done 26 Ks
by the end of the night, yeah.
He's doing a leg of the Tour de France on the sideline of 4 Pines Park. Cronulla now with Fafita. right up to halfway, Cronulla. 4 minutes into the second half. Tigers and Roosters to come later tonight from the SCG. Cora, by the way, one little feature of that game tonight, Daniel Tupou, let me tell you, he's got a try-scoring record. 16 tries against the Tigers. That's quite a tally. High ball, Olakuatu's back for it for Manly. Another good save for the Sea Eagles. And they are 15 metres away from their own line. Their handling errors in the first half, most of them came inside Cronulla's territory, which was disappointing when you're trying to build pressure. Harper's been hurt in this tackle. Doesn't worry about a whistle, he just gets up and plays it. So play 3, they're on their 20. Again, as I said in the first half, a long-range try would be handy. A shift left, Bullymore. Parker ended up on the deck. Now for Foran. Smalley with it. And there's his tackle busting form. Good play. Nice work, Alfred Smalley. Manly across to Olakuatu. He's beaten a couple. In beast mode as well. Kohler in support. Chip over the top. Ball doesn't bounce up, and Cronulla. Jerseys everywhere. Tolman gets back there. That would have been a superb try.
It all started with Alfred Smalley on the other side of the field. Got to Olakuatu. Just look at him push away from Connor Tracy and Matt Moylan. Gets the pass to Kohler. Chip over the top. He's winning the race, but just didn't get the bounce at the death. That would have been a spectacular try and one they desperately needed.
The spin of the pack in front there. Now Hines' kick from the 30-metre line. Hines' kick is over the sideline for a 40-20. What can he do, Nico Hines?
Well, Manly have almost come up with a try, and then off the back of the set, Aidan Tolman cleaned the ball up under the goalposts. And inside the 30, Nico Hines drills the kick low, gets a favourable bounce, and just over the 20-metre line. Sharks back on the attack.
Second 40-20 for the year for Nico Hines. Now for Fifita. Another set inside the Manly 20. At 22-0. The crowd is right out of the game. Tolman, the Sharks fans who are here, are putting up a chant. Brayley now in front of the posts. And again, McInnes is knocked back by the maroon and white. Brayley, Hines, Ramian, Parker's there again. He's doing a job. Brad Parker, Jesse Ramian. One-on-one defence on Ramian. That's outstanding. Now Brayley with it. Back on for Tolman. His lone try this year was in his 300th career game. That was a rugby league miracle, let me tell you. Here's Moylan. Step, Jake, Moylan. Just like the first half, spins, but this time can't get it down.
Of it there for a minute. We're on last tackle. No
he checks
try.
everything, Gerald.
Just confirming that Matt
he checks everything.
Up,
well, after he went upstairs with a no try on the last one, I guess he has to, just to make sure.
He should have just asked Matt if he scored it, because you were right first half.
Moylan at his most dangerous, isn't he, when he's got a staggered defensive line. He beat Olakuatu, gets himself to the line, but there were...
The tackle is now complete and the ball always remains up.
Never.
Moylan's held up.
I didn't say that review was cracking judge, to be honest. That's just a help for Manly's defence to have a little breather. I mean, how you could even think that was from whatever angle you were looking. And the bloke doesn't claim it. And he's still checking. Manly thankful to have that play.
Marcus square there, Blake. Yeah, don't go early.
Back it comes. Manly will have to play the ball from the 10. So they get a little freshen up before they have to run the ball back. With it 15 metres out from their own line. Now on for Bullymore. This is Foran. Seagulls. Oh, out in front of Cherry Evans. Fired across then for Harper.
A good stop from Connor Tracy. Good one-on-one tackle.
A little bit of angst there from Manly fans. Schuster yet to be a factor in the game. Sipley's lost it. And
That wasn't a good set.
Oh dear.
That was not a good set from them.
Was it an offload? Because if it was, they've had 3 offloads tonight, and every one of them has ended up with a Cronulla player.
Well, he just backed his way into the defence and let go of the ball. It wasn't an offload.
There you go. That's not pleasing at all for Hasler nor the fans. Handing possession over to Cronulla. You'd have to think they're not too far away from cracking the Manly defence. Fafita there. To Manly's credit, they're hanging on. Here is Brayley. Oh, Manly get a let off because it's been put down by McInnes. An unforced error.
Well, he's favoured the crash ball, Cameron McInnes, when they've been close to the line. This time asked to do it a bit of ball playing. Just didn't handle it.
I have no idea. I can't lip read what Des was saying in reaction to a Cronulla drop ball there.
Manly are yet to have to play the ball on the other side of halfway. So it's been all the Sharks.
Now getting ready to go on, as is Elliot, double change. Can't do that while the scrum is forming. Manly back with it. And the magic of the Premiership is that it's real for the athletes who play it, the fans who love it. Of course, the best way to experience that is by securing your seats right now at nrl.com/tickets. Big matches to come, going into the finals and then the finals themselves. We now know the grand final. It's locked in for the Core Stadium. Cronulla will certainly be there. And a team well worth watching. If they get a home final, of course, will it be at their home ground with just the capacity that it has? Do they take a trip to the shiny new Allianz Stadium? Here's Manly. Cherry Evans doesn't switch. Not much freedom for Cherry Evans tonight, has there? Nor for Foran. Oh dear, Bully. Oh, well, Bully was running before him and it's fallen over. Manly attack. There's one wheel off it. I reckon the second of the four's wobbling. Kick from Foran. Miller's underneath it. Players ended up on the deck, 2 of them, Hines and Parker. They thought it was an escort play, but no one called it, so Cronulla with it.
Well, the kick does look their best weapon at the moment, the Seagulls. Last few sets that they've put together, not much enterprise really, and it seems like a lot of confusion out there amongst the Seagulls.
Chance now up over halfway. Miller sliding into that one. Another regulation set from Cronulla. And Hines with a bomb which wasn't pinpoint. It's been knocked back, has it, from Manly? It's there all around Alfred Smalley. And it's still play on. Play on call. Hines has kicked it.
Well, he didn't have to.
Almost from the hill.
He didn't have to. Jared Sutton was signalling 6 to go as he kicked that ball, but Kohler gets on the outside of Connor Tracy. He comes again. I would have thought Nico Hines would have realised that Manly touched the ball a couple of times in the mess that happened over there.
Yes. Tell you what, can I put it on my wish list for this game? Can Miller and Kohler have a chase at some point? As Evans kicks, Cherry Evans kick. He may have just taken half a stride over the 40. Miller's got it covered anyway. And he'll link straight up with Ikuvalu, one of the try scorers from the first half. No points in the second half. For the lack of opportunity for the team that's in front. It's a little bit around 7 areas at the moment. Cronulla at the moment not able to add to their try tally. McInnes offloading there for Nakora, who's broken through a couple. Smalley made the tackle. Cronulla now attacking with some freedom. Moylan and Hines, and there is Tracy. Harper's chasing him, back in for Mulatalo. Nice stepping Ronaldo. Hines with it. Back to the right side for Feeder. Good pickup. Support on the outside. He went with a short one. Manly questioned it. Play on the call. Rayleigh, 2 tackles left in the set. Moylan, they go short again. Hines is over again. Nico Hines is having a night out on the northern beaches. Big smile on his face. And every Cronulla fan is joining in.
Yeah, the man that's having a big night as well as his partner Matt Moylan down a short side, loves this play. Crash ball there to Andrew Fafita. Nice involvement there from the big front rower. Just got his arm free, popped it up. Nico Hines wrapping around. Gets himself the Sharks' first try of the second half. I think I could see a few more coming their way. Good play from Andrew Fafita.
Well, it's almost deathly silent, 4 Pines Park, for Manly fans. Watching this unfold here. And Nico Hines is helping himself to a healthy tally now. He has 2 tries and 3 goals for his 14 points. And besides everything else that he's brought to the club, it's 160 points he's got on the board for the season.
Yeah, well, it was Moylan and Hines combining for the first try, the opening try, the first time that Sharks got in Manly territory. It was a chip over the top from Moylan. Hines did a great job to get the ball down, and now they combine down that short side. In between the big front rower, Andrew Fafita, who put on a nice ball.
Little marker for Hines you saw there, the stat we showed on screen. First career try double. It's close enough to the touchline. I don't know whether any kickers had more sideline kicks than Hines this year. 43 coming into tonight. Hard work. And he's got nice angle on this one. So there's another 2, and the smile continues. Lara on the sideline, Sharks in total control.
Yeah, Matt Moylan told us he could have returned last week from his quad injury, but the club decided not to take him on the road trip to Tamworth. Given his history with injury, they thought best to take a cautious approach, and it certainly looks like it's paying off. He's fresh and ready for a run to September with his partner in crime, Nico Hines.
Greg, what about the warm-up for the final? Some of these sides are putting in round 23. It's like they're putting a stake in the ground. What Manly did to Brisbane last night, what Parramatta did to the Bulldogs today, what Cronulla are producing here.
Vossi, when you've been sitting in the 8 and the top 4 like the Sharks have for most of the season, it's very hard not to be thinking what you need to be doing for finals. So it's a good warm-up, that's for sure. And their games, they come up against the Dogs and Newcastle in their last 2 games.
By the way, a wrap for Andrew Fafita. He's made the most metres of any Cronulla forward tonight. Just had his 13th carry of the ball. In fact, it's now the most metres of any forward out there. He's the first to top the 100 tonight from the 2 teams. Well done off the bench, Andrew Fafita. Comes here with Wade Graham. So Fitzgibbon is getting the best out of a player that some maybe thought is gone. Moylan back for Graham, on for Hines. It's a flat line. Tolman will take the carry forward. 15 minutes into the second half, Cronulla deep inside Manly's territory again. Some of their bombs tonight haven't been exactly pinpoint. Let's see if Hines can land this one. He's kicking out Smalley's way. Here they come. It's batted back and straight onto the ball. Nakora gets a gift wrapped with a ribbon on it. Another try to the Sharks. Alfred Smalley, there's some aerial attack his way tonight. Wasn't much he could do about that one.
No, you're right. Their attacking kicks really haven't found their mark, which some of them have been tough for Manly to clean up because they've fallen so short. But Nico Hines, on this occasion, gets it close to the try line. That's acrobatic stuff there from Matic Avalu. He got himself, well, he almost bent himself backwards to get a play at that ball. And is able to knock it backwards as well. Important.
So there's a little replay there in the Fox League. Replay there. And Brad Parker in playing, not even looking at the ball. He's almost impeded his own play getting a shot at it. So Parker keeps on coming, keeps coming. He's in the vicinity, and I think that's confused Smalley. Where do I launch my jump? If you're going to come that close to me.
You could see by the look on Brad Parker's face, when the ball went up in the air, he thought, oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. That's right.
Oops, too late. Too late. The ball's gone. Went over his head.
The core, as I say, an absolute gift for him. Boy, oh boy, this is getting big, very big for Cronulla against the home team.
And I guess that's what you want. When you're playing sides below you on the ladder and you're this close to finals, you're not thinking about scoring 1,000 points. You're thinking about getting things right
Process,
in the game.
process.
You think, but that generally leads to the points.
Now, Brandy, on the fan tonight following Super Saturday, Cronulla, they can stay in joy, mate. One of the favourite players of Sharks fans, Jonathan Docking. Fullback, headgear, played for New South Wales. What a game customer he was. What's your memories,
Boy,
of Jonathan?
He was elusive, Fossey.
Yeah.
He could run the ball back, kick returns, and he wasn't big, and he, you know, the standout headgear.
Yep.
Unique player in terms of what he could do, his running game.
Well, he's on the fan tonight in the fold-out chair, and we'll ask him about the Los Angeles experience, playing Origin over in LA. And they said, who's that dude with a bucket hat? He had the bucket on his head, the headgear. They couldn't believe how small he was. It's one of the stories from Jonathan Docking tonight, a Cronulla favourite on the fan after Super Saturday. Jack Whiten, by the way, relives the restart 6-tackle grand final moment.
Okay.
So there's a few stories to tell tonight. Cronulla with the ball inside their 30. Rugby League wall-to-wall here on Fox, and the NRLW again tomorrow. Great contest tomorrow that you can see out of Newcastle as Brayley makes a break. So in Wollongong, NRLW tomorrow, here's Hines, long ball, Moylan with it, then on for Graham. Tracy has to keep it alive. Militalo reacts, gets a grubber kick through, gets it back, and the tackle count restarted. Then Graham with the ball. Oh, they've got it forward. Well, the tackle count had restarted. Ronaldo, he had everything happening. He can't believe it. I should have just taken the tackle.
It is worth watching again. Somehow, Militalo wrapping back on the inside, gets a kick through. The ball pops up off Cherry Evans. Militalo gets it back, throws the dummy. Kohler doesn't fall for it. And he's ruled that little tap on there to Wade Graham. He's ruled it forward, Jared Sutton, but very close to being another Cronulla try.
The EPL, I think Ronaldo Militalo's going better than Ronaldo at the moment. I think he's having more fun. Much fun being at Man U at the moment. Manly with the ball. Parker 15 metres out from his own line. 34-0. Start searching record books and defeats. I mean, it's a long way from full time, and let's hope Manly find something. Not at this point. Allier on that run. Remembering they came into this game having lost 4 in a row to basically drop out of finals contention. Now Cherry Evans and Schuster, and on for Parker. A couple of metres short of halfway. I must say I'm not seeing enough out of Josh Schuster. I'm not seeing X factor. We know how talented he is, but not creating a great deal for Manly. He's not alone though out there. Walker's with it. Chip over the top. Cherry Evans chasing. Miller with it. And lovely stepping again from Miller. He could end up with 20 tackle busts tonight the way he's going.
That really was a hit and hope play, that from Dylan Walker. Cherry Evans on the chase, straight down the throat of Lockie Miller. Sharks back near halfway very quickly.
Fanuc, an update, how many Ks?
He's done 20 Ks.
That's right. If he was out on Pittwater Road now, he'd probably be at Palm Beach. He'd be on his way back in a moment. Yeah, well done, Dale. Keep on the bike. As the ball is with Hines. I just wonder, players of the past, if you had told Blocker Roach you're off 89 grand final, rather than sit there, ride the bike, what would have happened? One smash bike. Here's Miller for Tracy. Militalo! Oh, I don't know. I think Manly believe they've denied him. Pilotu and Harper in the corner. Jared checks everything as we say.
Well, I was surprised that Connor Tracy even gave Militalo the ball. Was he on the sideline when he received it? If he wasn't, he was awfully close. Surely he didn't get this down.
Here he is.
No. Just checking.
But we'll check.
Well, he's out.
Yes.
Like a long way.
Yeah.
Lands on the line. So he's gone out.
Ronaldo Militano's knee hits the touchline, and the ball is grounded on the corner post anyway. We have a decision.
Anyway, subtle play. It's almost bunker sarcasm there. So Ronaldo doesn't get the tries. Been in the play the last couple of minutes. 34-0, 19 and a half to go. Yes, in touch was the first component of that, rather than in goal. So it's a 10-metre restart rather than 20-metre restart. Off we go again for Manly. So those second half stats, have they had a tackle?
Well, they've had two tackles inside Sharks territory. The other side of halfway, just 2.
This is tough. He was down in the Lions Menzies stand.
Got their binoculars.
Yeah, they've got the binoculars out to catch their heroes. It's a long way away. So Seagulls, Schuster there for Parker. Oh, Brad Parker. He was looking up the ref.
No,
and he gets a penalty out of it. There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
he didn't. He was trying to get up and play the ball quick.
Give him something. So this is Manly in Cronulla's half. Let's see if they can come up with a big play and try and get the crowd vocal again here. Walker is with it. I think they're stunned. I think they're stunned really for the past month, to be honest, the Manly fans.
Yep.
So Foran and Cherry Evans, ball and all tackle there from Matt Moylan. And Cherry Evans is offloaded. Very late. Olakuatu now with it. 20 away, play 2. Croker, Cherry Evans, across, Foran, runners to pick from. Kohler does it offload, dragged in just from behind by Hines. Still on for men. Parker and Cherry Evans! Oh boy, some heavy defence. Braden Hamlin-Uele on Kieran Foran. Squashed him. Now Allier. Tackle count has restarted. Cronulla, a little test. I don't think Coach Fitzgibbon will mind this. Watching a bit of goal line defence. Not a great pass. Cherry Evans flicked it on. Schuster's able to beat one. He's left Tracy a little groggy. No, he's got a bit of concussion history of late. Cherry Evans, he's kicked here. On the third tackle and set up. Croker's knocked on. They had a shot.
Okay.
We'll
Coming
check
up
it.
to tackle 4.
We'll check it.
Got no try.
Yeah.
Just confirm.
Well, they've got to do things a little differently, don't they? Kick on play 3. No try. We'll just see who knocks.
Sorry, they'll look at that.
And it seemed like Manly hand got to the ball. Cherry Evans finds
Cleared,
space.
Manly players all on side.
There's Croker's knock on.
At this stage, it's a clear run to the ball, and it's all a contest. Lachlan Croker knocks the ball on in the in-goal. We have a decision.
Yeah.
20, just wait.
20-metre restart.
Just wait.
Out of all of that, watch this tackle again. Kieran Foran is feeling every bit of his, 32 years in this tackle.
Yeah, Hamlin-Uele a couple of times tonight. Oh, whoa,
Oh, man.
Boy. Yeah, big front rower on the 5'8". Just...
It's a tough sport we watch. It's a tough sport we follow.
Independent doctors.
That is a hit.
He can thank his back
Inside.
partner for the pass after the game.
Got every single syllable there of Braden Hamlin-Uele in that tackle. So Cronulla back with the ball on the 30-metre line. On what ends up a 7-tackle set for the knock-on in goal. Just a insult there to it. 34-0 on a weekend of some big scores so far here on Fox League. Oh, there is Hunt. Oh, we've run over the top. And Foran again. Poor old Kieran. Radiant with it now. Can someone check on Kieran Foran? Poor old Kieran. He became a speed hump there. Now Hines goes long. And Trindle out there for Cronulla. Graham across to Moylan. Puts a step on Harper. Offload for Miller. Miller just skips. He's got so much time when he's got the ball. He's keeping them guessing. Terrible play the ball. Play on the call. Hines looking for a hat trick. Hines is a metre short. Still for Cronulla. Brayley, Trindle, a kick, a ricochet. It's in goal. A line drop out, Manly. Kohler's had a big night. Most of his work has been very good.
Yeah, not many games for Tolu Kohler at the back, but he has been solid. He cleans that one up after the Sharks went close again a couple of times. There's Kieran Foran just shaking his head after copping a big shot off Uele and then having Royce Hunt trample over the top of him.
short drop out, and the ball has been, magic take. Brad Parker, Lara Pitt on the sideline.
You can see Jens Braden Trindle is out there in the action. Matt Moylan is playing in the centres because Connor Tracy has come from the field because of that HIA. You'd imagine he won't feature for the rest of this game, given he missed last week due to concussion protocols.
I'll just give you a stat from the Fox Sports Lab. You know what Cronulla's biggest previous win is here at Brookvale? You want to put a guess in, a number? Take a guess.
I'll go 30.
9.
9?
So that's about to be smashed out of the park.
They've only won 5 games out of 40.
That's right, 1974. Remember that game? They won by 9 here. 27-18. In 74. And right now their margin is 34.
I sat on the hill that day.
Did you?
Yeah.
As a teenager. Schuster chips over the top. And you got front rowers fielding chips over the top. Unsuccessfully, might I add, from Royce Hunt. Manly have an opportunity for points. Try and get the margin back within 9. That's got to be their target. Schuster pushing along. Kohler, cut-out ball. Olakuatu dangerous at any point. He's 9 from the line. And he's lost the ball, can you believe it? A chance to mount an attack. Most in the ground, the Manly fans don't even know he's lost the ball, and Cronulla are back with it.
Mulatalo with a great one. Olakuatu is still dirty about losing the ball. He just threw his mouth guard on the ground. He's had enough.
And all time, Cronulla only have one 30-point plus win over Manly at any event. Do you want to have a guess at what that margin was?
No, not good. I'm not a good guess.
It was 62. 68-6 back in 05. Ball across to Moylan. He's offloaded. And it's called back as forward.
Yeah,
Mulatalo can't take a trick.
Yeah, it was forward. Mulatalo just fudging a bit to try and beat Morgan Harper on the inside, ran past or got himself in front of Moylan before he let go of the ball.
So 34-0 is the score. By the way, that 05 result is the biggest loss in the coaching career of Des Hasler. That 68-6. I'm sure Des doesn't appreciate me mentioning that, but that's in the record book. Last game on Super Saturday, Tigers and Roosters. Maria Hargreaves there in the dressing room in the front row, been very good lodge. Maria Hargreaves last week.
We're at the SCG last Saturday for their game against the Cowboys. Outstanding, the Roosters. It's a big game up against the Tigers.
Well, the entire front row scored last week for the Roosters. That would be something if they could do it again this week. That's coming up on Super Saturday on Fox League. 13 minutes to go here from Four Pines Park. Manly with Walker, Cherry Evans across for Harper. Not able to get through the tackle of Trindle. 34-0. Harper again having a running battle with the sideline official most of the night. Seagulls 30 metres from the Cronulla line. Cherry Evans, Walker, Croker, and it's gone to no one. It's gone right out the back. Alfred Smalley goes back for it. He's headed back towards halfway. He straightens up, does well. Bringing the ball back, plays it off the mark. Cherry Evans with bomb on the last. One chaser, getting through and attacking the ball, Mulatalo.
Great play from the winger. He came infield a long way to take that. Good communication between him and Lockie Miller. Lockie Miller just standing back, allowing Mulatalo to fly high to clean that one up. The Manly side were all lined out to the left there. It was as impressive as as they've looked, and then Lockie Croker throws the ball and misses everyone 20 metres back.
He's all Hunt, good offload there. Ikavalu's onto it. Great turn of foot. He's got Ramian in support. He kicks for Ramian. Here he comes. Oh, he's kicked it and is tackled.
Play on.
It's play on for the moment. Ramian, was he denied a chance?
Go on.
He's blowing up Deluxe, Jesse Ramian. He's saying, sir, penalty try. Something.
And it was the offload starting things. Royce Hunt, the one-hander off to Matic Avalu. I thought he was passing to Ramian. Mustn't have seen him. Ramian cut back on the inside. Should have stayed on the outside. Ramian gets, and just as he's about to pick it up, I think it's fair play from Walker. Walker held off until...
No, he's touched it before. It's blatant. It's blatant.
He got him early.
Hey, Bunker, pass on the message. He's made contact before he got a crack at the ball. Walker's got away with one there.
Well, get the ball back.
Doesn't he check everything, Jared Sutton? I heard someone say earlier. Cronulla have got it back at 34-0. Hunt to run it back. And he runs at Walker. You're right, if Ramian stays on the right of Ikavalu, I think it's draw and pass and try. Now for Nukin on this charge. Trebojevic is out there, hasn't seen a lot of minutes. And
it gets to a dangerous position, mate.
there we go.
It just
what
gets
does
to a
Cronulla want to do?
dangerous position. I know it's not intentional, but it still gets there.
I saw Melbourne late last night decide to just take two, soak up a little bit of time.
They've got to look at it.
Nico's going to take the tap.
It's on report, mate. Yeah.
No, just got
Lachlan,
both legs
who's
in
the
the
second
air.
one?
That's what
And
caused
Ben,
the problem
Lachlan,
there.
Ben. Okay, wait. Time on.
Well, something indicated there. They're both on the court trying to work out who was responsible for the upending tackle. I guess it's by the by, doesn't mean a whole lot. Match review will look at it anyway. Cronulla looking to break through 40 here. Trindle, he passes flat there for Graham. They've had some big tackles to make tonight. The two Manly centres, Harper and Parker. On the bounce to Brayley. And here he is, the cyclist. Finucane short of the line. Quick play the ball. Graham backs into the defence. I'm sure the men on the right want a big sweep that way, Cronulla, and still they're thinking short side. Brayley stood in front of the Manly defence. I'd have to say not Cronulla's best set of the night, this one. Now wide, Trindle doesn't kick, long ball, Miller, he does kick, bounces up, Smalley's lost it a couple of times, and Ikavalu dives over the top to score. He's got a double. Hines will kick for 40, and the roll on continues. Finals bound, the Cronulla Sharks.
Well, at 22-0 at half-time, there's only been 12 points scored by the Sharks up until that try. I was just about to say, well, can you say the Sharks have gone on with it? Because with 8 minutes left, only 2 tries in the second half, although they've had all the field position. Now they come up with their third, so that gives them a little bit of grace, a little bit of time to... And Lockie Miller's the one that just squeezes it through, ricochets off Kieran Foran's, Alfred Smalley. That's a tough one. It's tough, trying to whack the ball down. Just get your hands on it and force it.
Round 38-0.
But it wasn't their best set. That was a scrappy set from Cronulla, and it's been rescued by a good kick and a chase there from Matt Ikavalu.
Randy, I'll give you a lobster. I'll give you $20 to go down to the dressing room, down to the press conference post-match, the Manly's post-match press conference, and say to Des, you remember the last time Manly were beaten to 0 at Brookvale? I'd throw, you know what? Des played in the game the last time they were beaten to 0 at Brookvale, and that was 1993 against the Roosters.
Right.
The last time they were held to 0 at this ground, and Des was the starting 5'8".
We're kangaroo tourists. We room together. I'm not asking.
You're not going to, not even for 20. Does every man have his price? I'll give you 50. By the way, 40 points is their biggest ever defeat on this ground, so this is to equal that at the moment if it stays this way. Hines with a kick. The Fox Sports lab has gone into overdrive as Hines has put it over. So now it is, at this mark, the equal biggest margin that they could lose a game on home soil. 40-0, Cronulla over Manly, Super Saturday to continue from the Sydney Cricket Ground. It could be the last game of the SCG for quite some time. I don't know when the next game would be there. It's the last one for the Roosters for the year before they go next door to Allianz Stadium.
The Roosters in terrific form last week against the Cowboys. Back three, Tedesco, Sawali, Tupou.
Short kick-off, lovely leap. Ownership of the ball there, and Parker on Ramian, and once they take a grip on the neck. The penalty is what follows. So they're about to go into the Manly half. I mean, the wind is totally out of the sails of Manly. They're marooned in the harbour off Manly.
Yeah, I thought that was evident last week against the Titans. Manly having 44 put on them by the Titans.
So, Sharks, how hungry are they for more? The fact is, if they were to score here, I think they will be fired up to get the 50. Really make a statement. Finucane, there's an offload put down by Nakora. Manly have got the ball back. They too turn it over. There's no advantage there, and it's a bit of a shambles, all of that.
That was promising from the Finucane, Hamlin Ueli, and then Nakora looking to hit the space, which we know he's very good at. Just couldn't handle the pass. I don't think there was anything wrong with it. Three forwards combining.
Just, by the way, I'll just throw a few numbers at you from the Sharks backline tonight. 1 to 5 have all run for over 100 metres, but Lockie Miller, very impressive. 17 runs, 156 metres, 7 tackle busts. Ikuvalu sitting on 16 runs, 199 metres and a couple of tries. And Mulitalo on the left wing, 18 runs for 151 metres.
Well, that has been a feature of their play all year. The back three of the Sharks have been posting those sort of numbers all year.
Foreign Schuster, nice work on to Smalley. But that's with the regular fullback and Katoa out. So Kennedy and Katoa both out. Next man up, doing the job. Here's Aloye for Manly. A lot to like about Cronulla, and tonight showing depth as well. 33 metres away from the line. Seagulls fans desperate now for their team just to score once. Parker offloads, Smalley's lost it. Ball's gone over the sideline. And Cronulla will get the ball back. And of course the quest for Cronulla is the clean sheet. Craig Fitzgibbon, the coach. I had a chat with him at a recent charity function, and he was talking about, no, he didn't have top 2, top 4 ambitions, if he was perfectly honest, at the start of the year. But it was a trial match against Canterbury. He said, oh, maybe I've undershot the team a little here. I think they'll hit their straps a little earlier than what they thought. And he still thought the Parramatta win very early in the season was the moment that he said, I really have something to work with here.
Yeah, look, and I was with him through as he was taking control of the Sharks. He was in Origin camp with us, and I was watching him and just try and put together what he needed to do with the players at the club, those that he wanted, those that he didn't want. I thought it was very impressive the way he handled everything. Not that I was privy to those sort of conversations, but just watching him in action through Origin camp last year when he'd taken on the role as Mulitalo sort of hobbles out towards the sideline. Fitzgibbon has done a great job.
Intercept. Manly is going to get off the 0. Goodbye, donut. Cherry Evans sprints away to score for Manly.
And listen to the crowd.
I'll have the 20 back ready. No to us, Des. Cherry Evans scores for Manly. An intercept try. They have taken 77 minutes to get on the board.
Yeah, little hug there between the halves. Kieran Foran and Daly Cherry Evans. What a great combination they have been for such a long time here. And look, there's no joy for the Manly players in the try. Trindle going across, looking to pick up Wade Graham, but Cherry Evans reads it beautifully. Great instincts there from Cherry Evans, but got the crowd off their seats for once.
Yes, it did.
It's been a very quiet Brookvale crowd.
Yeah, the Lion Menzies stand. They put the binoculars down and watch Cherry Evans sprint towards them to score. There's Lockie Miller straining to find one extra gear to get close enough, but he had the head start, Cherry Evans. And you can at least forget all the 0 stats. It won't be their heaviest defeat at home either, unless Cronulla can come up with something in the last 3. But let's not dodge what has happened here. It's a sad night for Manly. They are now officially out of finals contention. And many of us had them as a real, genuine top 4 contender this year.
Yeah, last win was round 18 against Newcastle. Been 5 straight now. And it was either going to be an intercept or a kick for Manly's try.
Cherry Evans is first choice kicker again. No Ruben Garrick for the last few weeks of the season, either with a shoulder problem. So he's put 6 on the board. Daly Cherry Evans. 2.5 minutes to go. Super Saturday to continue from the SCG shortly. Joseph Suali'i is in action tonight. He is. He's actually said, "I don't care what you call me," but Suali'i is what it will be from here on in. What I do know is he's a damn fine player. He gets better by the week. So Cronulla on the restart of play. Kick-off that we've only had to do twice tonight. And Manly with the ball and with 2 matches to play. Manly, their final home game of the season tonight. They face the Raiders and the Bulldogs away from home in their last 2 matches. And on the Cronulla run home, it's against the Bulldogs at home and the Knights away in the final round of the season. Based on their form, they win both, Cronulla, and they hope that the Cowboys, who may be playing for top 2 last round when they take on Penrith. Some big matches ahead on Fox League with serious implications on the makeup of the 4 and the 8s. Walker now, and he's through and back to Cherry Evans, and caught by the front rower. That shows the effort of Cronulla. Hunter's back there to make the tackle. He's given away a penalty, but if I'm Fitzgibbon, I'm pretty impressed with that.
Okay. Cronulla are challenging post-tackle.
And truth of the matter here, they're challenging because they have a challenge.
Yeah.
And
Hunt gets Cherry Evans, and you're right about the effort of the fullback. And he might win it too.
the front rower.
Well, he just
Win a
might
challenge.
win.
79th minute.
I don't think Royce actually.
Just looking to determine if there's ruck interference.
Well,
No,
that's
Royce Hunt's
incidental.
hand plays at the ball and flicks it out. The challenge is unsuccessful.
it's party people. Poor front row. Got nothing going away there. Royce Hunt.
Gee, I thought he just made contact with the arm. The ball came free, loose carry. Anyway,
Back 10, mate. All right.
minute 25 to go. Can Manly add anything to their 6 total?
They can get double figures here, Manly. Personally, I'd like to see Alfred Smalley get across because it's been a tough night. Second match in first grade. You've got to try late in his debut here. Soon get a try tonight as well. Allier to play it 13 metres away from the Sharks line. Coach Fitzgibbon would want... Oh, boy, there's going to be no try here. Lachlan Croker. My goodness. It's a whole shot, that.
Yeah.
No words.
Yeah, not a good moment for Lockie Croker.
Okay, whoops. That is a whoopsie-daisy moment right there for Lachlan Croker. So, final minute of play. Cronulla prepared just to say that'll do us.
I don't think anyone's in a hurry, but I think they're going to be forced to pack it.
Yes, indeed. At 40 points to 6. Another big night for Nico Hines and the Cronulla Sharks. And here they are from the scrum. Ikavalu, again, he's put his hand up. I'm ready, coach, if you need me. Only 4th game for the year. The former Rooster scored a couple of tries. And Nakora with it. Miller, you'd certainly have no problem bringing him in the first grade side again, if need be. In the fullback all-wing position. The full-time siren sounds. Yes, there are 2 rounds to go, but it's the last time you'll hear the siren at 4 Pines Park this year. Manly officially out of finals contention. Cronulla still zeroing in on a top 2 finish. A big, big win to the Sharks. Only the 6th time they've ever won at the venue, and they've done it in style. Cronulla 40, Manly 6.